Now on CoastTV News.
Referendum round 2, what the Cape and Lopin School District is asking of taxpayers now.
Tough report card. Delaware schools not making the grade a new bill will attempt to change that. And Milford Fire, 2 kids were inside when it started. What firefighters are telling us tonight.
A mysterious gas spill, what DENREC says is so sinister about this.
And we could see Mother Nature at her worst later tonight. I'll update you on the timing of the stormy weather.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
New referendum, no pool included for now after the Cape Henlopen Board of Education gets a date on the calendar. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with breaking news. The Cape and Lopin School District Board of Education voted tonight to move forward with another referendum in May. This time, the pool will not be a part of it. Superintendent Bob Fulton says as a result, the debt service request has gone down to 8 cents from the previous 20 cents called for in the failed March referendum. According to the district, the increased current expense for a property assessed at $28,000 would cost around $85 annually. The district still wants to pay to purchase about 102 acres off Cedar Grove Road, build a new bus maintenance facility, and relocate the district office. Some people at the meeting questioned the size of the property, but the district says it's planning for future growth.
It's hard to understand. We have so many families that just want to be here. People that don't live here that say they do. We have to say no to them and follow them and make sure they don't get in here because they know what we do here is better than other places and they want their kids in our schools.
Fulton says 2 new voting locations have been added at Beacon Middle School and the Lewis Library. The polls are open at 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on May 21st.
And on the topic of education, a Delaware House bill is targeting public schools where less than 10% of students met the standards for English language arts or mathematics. House Bill 192 made it through one side of the legislative hall back in June, but the Senate hasn't weighed in yet. According to bill sponsors, there are 17 schools statewide that would be required to create short and long-term improvement plans because 90% of their students don't meet grade level standards. According to Representative Brian Shoup, the long-term is to address underlying structural issues and in the schools, and the short-term is to get immediate assistance to students that are impacted. One woman we spoke with was surprised to hear these issues in Delaware schools.
It does really surprise me. I guess I associate that more with like big cities, metropolitans, that happens. Again, it all starts with education. It all starts with at home, parents working with teachers. You want parents to be involved with their children and with their teachers.
The improvement plans outlined in the bill would be a collaboration between superintendents, the Department of Education, and school administrators. These plans would be made public and annual updates would also be given. And that's going to take us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know what's most crucial for improving underperforming schools.
Let's take a look at the updated results here on your screen. It looks like 55%, the majority, say parental involvement. 35% say more money, like maybe with a referendum like Cape is trying for again.
Now that's a big switch from earlier this evening. Those numbers have moved around. The lead's still the same. Everything else has shifted. You could go be a part of the vote. Go to CoastTV.com or use the CoastTV mobile app. New tonight, there was a fire in Milford today, and here's what we know so far. According to a post on the Carlisle Fire Company Facebook page, the call for this fire came in around 3:48 p.m. The house that you see on your screen, located on Naylor Street in Milford. When firefighters got to the house, they could see flames coming from a bedroom. 2 children were in the house when the fire started, but they were able to make it out safely. That's the good news. No word yet on the cause of the fire or the cost of the damage.
Also new tonight, the LGBTQ plus nonprofit Sussex Pride was invited to the White House this week to discuss and hear from the Biden administration in reference to legislation that impacts lives here in Delaware. Pictured on your screen right now is Sussex Pride Executive Director David Mariner and ACLU of Delaware Executive Director Mike Brickner. They were both on hand for the event that covered everything from investments in roads to internet, public transportation, school-based mental health, clean drinking water, and more. According to Executive Director Mariner, the community leaders in attendance represented the diversity of Delaware and Sussex County, including LGBTQ plus people. Now let's take a live look outside as we check on the weather tonight. And it was a little bit rainy this afternoon, so let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams to see what the rest of the evening holds.
Well, it's all about 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the witching hour, according to lore, and it's going to be the time which we're expecting the most bewitching and bewildering weather to become a bit stormy for us. Our Bay Health camera in Milford right now, everything's calm. We're in a bit of a lull, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Temperatures will stay in the 60s, but notice midnight thunderstorms, winds pick up by 1 o'clock, and by 2 and 3 o'clock, that's when the rain will arrive. Now, we are in that threat of severe weather, although it's the lowest possible stage, level 1, which is the green, which is highlighting all of us right over here. So we're in that area of level 1. But wind advisory active for all of Sussex County right now, along with a gale wind warning off of the coast. This is for 45-mile-per-hour winds. This is 35. This is 45. Then we also have the high surf advisory along the coast for Worcester, along with the wind advisory inland with the gale wind warning. Last but not least, we have a coastal flood warning, which means we have flooding that's happening right now or it's imminent in our area. Being mindful of that, that's going to be a threat until about Friday noontime as part of the mix there. But generally speaking, we're seeing some circulation, some storms popping up in and around the Dover area, not quite here near us. And you see right over here, this storm system moving in our direction by 3 o'clock. It's already prompting tornado watches, so that's why we got to keep a close eye on it when it arrives here. Coming up, we'll have more on your full forecast. Till then, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you. Come this weekend, President Joe Biden will be here on the coast. But tonight, the Commander-in-Chief having a trilateral meeting with leaders from Japan and the Philippines. The president was joined by the Prime Minister of Japan and the President of the Republic of the Philippines. The world leaders met to boost economic and defense ties. White House National Security spokesman John Kirby told reporters on Monday that the three countries had, quote, increasingly convergent strategic objectives and interests and concerns. During the meeting, President Biden reflected on the historic nature of the meeting and emphasized his commitment to strengthening those alliances.
I want to be clear. The United States defense commitments to Japan and to the Philippines are ironclad.
We meet today as friends and partners bound by a shared vision and pursuit of a peaceful, stable, and prosperous Indo-Pacific.
Now for an update on a story we've previously covered and a big win for one manufactured home community. A hearing officer ruled the owner of the Pine Haven community, named Blue Beach Bungalows, violated statutory protections. The officer has ordered the company to pay over $800,000 in penalties, plus rebates of excess rent paid by homeowners. People who live in Pine Haven told CoastTV for months that there were rats and septic issues and unfair rent increases and forced move-outs. The Attorney General says some residents targeted for eviction are now protected. Blue Beach Bungalows has 30 days to appeal the order.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. DENREC's Environmental Crimes Unit is looking into who caused a large fuel spill in Felton. Take a look at this. This is from the Carpenter Bridge Community Center. DENREC says at least 25 gallons were spilled, and if that's the case, it must be reported. The drawbridge in downtown Salisbury will be worked on starting Sunday. Here's footage from our Coast Copter. Drivers should expect single-lane closures. Dorchester County Public Schools has a new board member. Taliba Chikwendu will serve District 2 after Dr. Teresa Stafford passed away. According to a release, Chikwendu has been a teacher, librarian, and a secretary in the Dorchester County Public School System. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
It's a tale of unintended consequences, both political and personal.
Republican politicians in Arizona and across the country now being forced to go public with their position on abortion after the Arizona Supreme Court on Monday paved the way for a near total abortion ban from 1864 to take effect.
As Cole Higgins reports, lost in the shuffle are those seeking medical treatment that only can be administered by an abortion provider.
Chaos on the floor of the Arizona House of Representatives Wednesday as Republicans block an effort to repeal a near-total ban on abortion in the state.
All in favor of that motion, vote aye. Aye. All opposed, vote no. Ayes have it, so ordered.
The dramatic scene comes just one day after the Arizona Supreme Court ruled on Tuesday that an 1864 law banning nearly all abortions except when necessary to save a pregnant person's life is enforceable. The law carries a prison sentence of 2 to 5 years for abortion providers, making it one of the strictest laws in the country and solidifying abortion as a key issue in this year's elections. Former President Donald Trump is already shifting on a position he announced Monday that abortion should be left to the states, promising that Arizona's Democratic Governor Katie Hobbs would take care of it, quote, very quickly.
I'm sure that the governor and everybody else are going to bring it back into reason.
Meanwhile, with the abortion ban set to take effect in the coming weeks, it's the people of Arizona who are searching for answers.
They're confused. There's a lot of chaos. People want to know just how long we're going to be able to provide services. Like I said, we're very, very focused on ensuring that Arizonans have access for as long as we are legally able to provide access.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
Voters in Arizona may ultimately have the final say on the issue of abortion. Supporters of abortion rights say they've gathered enough signatures to have a measure enshrining the right to an abortion on the ballots this November.
Rough week? Cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV. You can subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter for free at coasttv.com/sign-up or by scanning the QR code on your screen right now. The newsletter has personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more, all sent straight to your inbox every Friday morning.
And here's some good news for you right now. We've got more news on the way.
Still to come, hot property, new plans for a lot in Rehoboth, but not everyone is on board with the proposed project.
And gale force winds have arrived and will stick around and cause havoc for the beach, possible beach erosion as well. All that's in a moment. But look, don't forget, we have your forecast just a call away at 443-880-9100, sponsored by the law offices of Beard, Mandalas, Brockstedt, and Federico.
Next, battle over the bill. Fenwick Island wants to move a crosswalk, but they're clashing with DelDOT over who should pay for it. We're going to be back in 60 seconds.
Discover why Gateway Subaru is Delmarva's destination dealership, earning our customers' trust and exceeding expectations. No matter where you live, experience the Gateway difference with our no-pressure sales approach and fair, honest pricing. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Need service fast? Our quick service lane is always ready. No appointment needed. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
When homeowners think of a kitchen remodel, they picture their house in chaos for months, eating out every night, and of course, a big invoice.
With Paul Davis, we have an easy kitchen remodel solution for a fraction of the cost. Our certified installers add 5 layers of hardwood over your cabinets with new doors and drawers to match.
And it's done in as little as 3 days.
Save Big 3 Ways is now extended. Get last year's pricing, pay nothing until 2025, and get $1,000 off now ending April 30th.
Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Illegal U-turns are causing a debate in Fenwick Island, specifically between the state and the town. The town and DelDOT came up with an idea to move this crosswalk a couple yards north to the opposite side of the intersection. This will allow cars to do U-turns legally, and pedestrians won't have to worry about getting hit. But there's one problem. Who's paying the $75,000 to make this change? Fenwick Island's mayor says DelDOT should be the one coughing up the money and adds that this change is a must.
Delaware has one of the highest per capita pedestrian fatality rate in the country. Here's an opportunity at Baird Street to make sure that we're not another statistic.
With both sides at a standstill, there is still no word on if this needed change will happen.
We're just waiting for the storms to show up and show out. Our Salisbury camera, Spicer Brothers, 66 degrees, winds out of the south, 13 miles per hour. Now we will see the winds pick up 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, along with the rain and the stormy weather for us, 1 and 2 o'clock with the heavy downpours. Warmed up to 71 degrees in Georgetown and Salisbury, and we have a lot of energy in place to perhaps give us the baseline for the threat of thunderstorms for the rest of the night. Now, the good news is, at least we're at a level 1, so we're looking at it staying pretty green for right now, which is the least of our worries, although we do still have to be concerned about 40-mile-per-hour winds. We also have to be concerned with flooding. That's throughout Dorchester, Somerset, Wacomico. This is now in effect until 12 noon on Friday for low-lying areas, and this particular warning is connected to the high tides, not the rain that's on the way here. Then we have the wind advisory that's active until 7 o'clock Friday. We're looking out for 35-mile-per-hour winds throughout all of Sussex, but not just there. Also, Accomack, Somerset, Wacomico, Worcester, until 4 o'clock in the morning. There are so many warnings that some of the colors are coloring at the others, because also in Worcester we have the high surf advisory until 10 o'clock. This is connected to the rain and the wind and the storm that's on the way later tonight. Well, to be honest, early tomorrow morning, right around 3 o'clock. I want you to remember 3 o'clock in the morning. When you get rumbled out of bed, you've known early before it happens. One last thing, gale wind warnings are in effect along the shore. And that's because we're expecting 45-mile-per-hour wind gusts, maybe even 50 occasionally. This is the storm system, and we've got a trifecta here. 1, 2, 3 systems that are pushing together, and they're squishing. There's a more scientific way of doing it, but why go there? This is squishing together into one big mess that's going to swing in our direction, and that's why 3 o'clock is looking kind of shady. 60s right now with the temperatures, and let's take a look. Midnight. Look at this area of purple. Now, the last time I told you about something purple, a tornado popped up. This is what we're looking for, but it's offshore. So we're crossing our fingers that still stays the case. 2 o'clock, look at this squall line that's going to develop across central portions of Sussex. That's at 2 o'clock. 2:30, more rain in Georgetown. Then it clears out, but then we'll see another round of rain that's going to push through by the time we get to the later on portions of Friday. The amount of rain, less than a half an inch, that's not the biggest deal. The wind, that's the biggest deal. Out of the south is where we are right now at 21 miles per hour. But then at 4:30 in the morning, we're going to be at 46-mile-per-hour winds. That's almost, practically feels like 50. And then 3 o'clock Saturday, same situation. Saturday by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, out of the west, 43, 6:30 Saturday. Saturday is going to be crazy windy. That being the case, that's why we have this crazy signal or sign or marquee or icon, to be more exact, here for Saturday. Friday's rainy, but Saturday is crazy wind. Man, just crazy wind. Like, man.
All right, Paul, thank you. Next weekend, join the Delmarva Sports Network at the Delaware State Fairgrounds for the DSN Outdoor Expo. I'll actually be on hand for part of this one. Both indoor and outdoor vendors are going to be on site showcasing everything outdoor. Boats, RVs, hot tubs, hunting and fishing, so much more. The DSN Outdoor Expo runs April 19th through the 20th. Still to come, test scores are back. Harvard reverting to SAT and ACT scores to help determine admission.
And next, retail and residential. This plot of land has been controversial in the past. Now a new owner has plans to build, but they're facing pushback.
When I decided to have my kitchen done, I knew I wanted it done professionally, and that's when I contacted Ellen. She took me to the Delmarva Design Center.
From the moment I bring a customer into Delmarva Design Center, the ideas start to flow. First thing we do is take a stroll around the showroom so we can look at all the different vignettes to get ideas of what they like and see what they react to.
For each of the different aspects that I wanted to change in my kitchen, there were experts here, and everyone was so helpful. They listened to what I had to say, and they had great ideas that helped me put together exactly what I wanted for my kitchen.
My goal is to have the customer enjoy their space as quickly as possible, and Delmarva Design Center helps me do that.
My kitchen is one of my favorite places now. It's something that I use every single day of my life. I'm elated with my experience at the Delmarva Design Center.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, meet our adorable pet of the week and discover the perfect adventure companion. Plus, in the great debate, are you team camping or team glamping? What's your style? Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
I'm a public school teacher. I know lots of people said, I can do that. Come and try it for a day.
A lot of our challenges are funding.
Teachers often go in their own pocket to make sure students have backpacks, pencils. David Trone, that's pushed for more public school funding and public school teachers.
And it's so great to have someone at the national level that's going to be on our side.
David Trone's always supported teachers. Now Maryland teachers have overwhelmingly endorsed David.
David would definitely get an A+.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
You've probably been there when you first entered the Rehoboth Avenue area. You might have even seen the empty space of land that's right by the traffic circle. Well, over a year ago, Clear Space Theater sold the lot after concerns about parking, traffic, and noise were raised for their plans there. Earlier today, a new owner of the property presented their ideal plans for the vacant lot. The owner looking to build 3 mixed-use buildings with retail space on the bottom. One person who works in Rehoboth says the entrance of Rehoboth Avenue needs some TLC.
Every time I come here to work or something, it's always like you get that feeling that we really need more stuff in there because it's not, you don't see much stuff. Like for example, when you enter the boardwalk, you see many stuff. You see like shops, you see the beach, fun land, like many things that you would be able to do. However, in the meantime, in the really beginning of the road, you don't see like that much stuff. So I feel like this is a really good thing to get started with because it would really maybe attract more people and tourists to come in and see Rehoboth Beach.
Earlier today, city officials made the decision to move the plans forward to a public hearing where they will further discuss the legalities about zoning.
Harvard University will once again require students to submit SAT or ACT test scores with their applications for admission. Harvard's Faculty of Arts and Sciences announced the new policy on Thursday. It will apply to students seeking admission in fall 2025. This makes Harvard the latest Ivy League school to bring back required test scores after a pause prompted by the pandemic. University officials cited data from the National Bureau of Economic Research showing standardized test scores are a better predictor of success in college and beyond. University officials said the scores are an important tool in identifying promising students from lower socioeconomic backgrounds with fewer resources.
A controversial bill in the Tennessee State Senate getting national attention. It would not only allow teachers to carry concealed guns in schools, but it would not allow parents to know if their child's teacher is carrying a gun. Things got so contentious during the vote that Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally ordered everybody to clear out of the Senate in their gallery on Tuesday. Senator Paul Bailey, the Senate sponsor of the bill, says only 3 people would know who has a gun in a school, claiming it is a short list so that intruders don't debunk the plan. Now, this is not law yet. The bill is expected to be on the floor of the Tennessee House next week.
Mortgage rates drifted slightly higher this week on the heels of disappointing March inflation numbers. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.88% in the week ending April 11th, up from 6.82% the previous week. A year ago this time, the rate was just over 6.25%. Although rates have stayed steady in recent weeks, higher than expected inflation numbers could move things in the wrong direction.
Coming up in sports, a bit of high school baseball. Undefeated Sussex Central trading balls and strikes with Stephen Decatur.
Plus, sports betting gone bad. Baseball's brightest star apparently swindled out of millions by his interpreter.
Through Monday at Johnny Janosic, the savings are off the charts. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, an additional 10% off that, plus 0% APR for 12 months and no money down. Ends Monday at Johnny Janosic.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up and use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Looking for fitness that fits your budget? Join Planet Fitness now through April 12th. Save big when you join the judgment-free zone for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. That's right. We've dropped our enrollment fee to just $1, so it's easy to start getting that big fitness energy. Never intimidated. Always free fitness training, equipment for every workout. And most clubs open 24 hours, so you can get in, get energized, and get going. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Hurry. Deal ends Friday, April 12th.
Toyota is going all wheels in with fantastic deals on thousands of in-stock Toyotas ready for delivery. So visit your local dealer today for a great selection of vehicles, all with 2 years of no-cost maintenance included. Right now, get low 3.99% APR on an adventurous RAV4 or spacious Highlander. Get fantastic deals when you go all wheels in on your new Toyota. Let's go places.
Let Johnny Janosic help make your outdoor space more relaxing and enjoyable. Shop now and find huge savings on all outdoor furniture and accessories. Plus, take advantage of our great financing options. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Undefeated Sussex Central softball waltzed into Berlin today hoping to remain unbeaten, but the Stephen Decatur Seahawks had won 4 straight themselves, and they brought some big swings with them into the matchup. They broke the seal quickly. Bottom first, 2 on, 1 out. Kiara Taylor splits the gap with a base hit. 2 runners fly around to score the opening runs of the day. The Keystone College commit comes up big early, 2-0 Decatur. Now, top second, 2 on for Central, but Maddie McGinnis in the circle for Decatur absolutely blows this one by for an inning-ending K. Everybody's pumped up about it. Decatur holds the lead. Now we fast forward, 6-0 Decatur in the 5th, but here comes Central with the long ball. First, the freshman Lauren Myers bashes one deep and it is gone, makes it a 6-1 ball game. Later in the same inning, same score, 2 on, 2 outs to Kyla Davis. The Arizona State commit hits a 3-run bomb. All of a sudden, it's a 6-4 game. Same score as we move to the 7th. Madge Layfield at the plate for Central. Hits a grounder over to second. The play is made to first, but it brings another run home. It's now a 6-5 game. Now, 2 down, tying run at third. Emily Bloom slams the door shut, and Stephen Decatur hands Sussex Central their first loss of the season, 6-5. The Seahawks have now won 5 straight. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
Some serious softball there. Elsewhere in sporting news, the former interpreter for baseball star Shohei Ohtani has been charged with bank fraud for stealing more than, get this, $16 million from the athlete. Investigators say that the translator, Ippy Mizuhara, used money to fund his insatiable appetite for illegal sports gambling. They say Mizuhara used his position to set up a bank account for Ohtani, which he then used to transfer money to illegal bookmakers. Investigators say that there is no evidence that Ohtani authorized these transfers and that he has been identified as a victim in the case. Investigators also believe that Mizuhara did not bet on baseball.
O.J. Simpson, the former NFL star who was acquitted of murdering his ex-wife, and Ron Goldman in a televised trial that gripped the nation, has died at age 76 after a fight with cancer. Simpson played 11 seasons in the National Football League, but his sports legacy took a backseat in the 90s after his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson was killed. He was acquitted of both murders in a controversial verdict. 2 years later, he was found civilly liable for the double homicide, but it was a Las Vegas robbery in 2008 that ultimately sent him to prison for just over 9 years. Looking ahead, a community health fair is heading to Milton this month. It's set for April 20th at the Milton Public Library. You can receive comprehensive health and vision screenings and insight tailored to the health needs in our local communities. This event will take place from 11 to 2 and admission is free. We'll be right back.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Upgrade your roof. Whether it's metal roofing or shingles, Alpha Roofing and Siding is the pinnacle of protection and style, using premium materials that withholds any harsh conditions that are covered by a 50-year material warranty. Get free gutter guards with your new roof and 12 months no interest. Ask us how to save 30% with the federal tax credit on solar skylights. Call today for more details. Alpha Roofing and Siding, where protection comes first and setting the standard is our legacy.
Visit Tyndall's Casual Furniture, where comfort meets style and quality meets affordability. And affordability doesn't mean you have to compromise on quality. We are Delmarva's exclusive dealer for Pollywood, the name you know and trust. Pollywood dining sets start at only $9.95, fully assembled and backed by a 20-year warranty. We're also proud to carry made-in-the-USA brands like Casual Comfort and Telescope Casual. Plus, we have a wide selection of wicker by Northcape, all made with aluminum frames. So shop today with the local experts at Tyndall's Casual Furniture in Laurel and Lewis.
Join a global team of dreamers, doers, and inventors at one of the largest biotech manufacturing companies in the world, right here in Millsboro, Delaware. At Merck, we use the power of leading-edge science to save and improve lives. Whether you have a diploma, degree, or in between, positions are available from entry-level through management. Competitive pay, health insurance, tuition reimbursement, 401k, pension plan, and annual bonuses. Join Merck and be a part of a bigger story. Apply online today.
Next extra, hot off wowing them in a chainmail dress in Milan, we've got Demi Moore.
Demi!
She talks about her ageless beauty secrets, the joy of being a grandma, and her special night with Sofia Vergara. Next extra.
Tomorrow at 11:30 on CoastTV. Get live satellite and radar. Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
A lot of us celebrate our pets every day, but doing so is especially important because it's National Pet Day, observed every year on April 11th.
It also means we're going to get a reaction out of Paul because these are our pets. The floofy white cat there is Jabert. He's mine.
And the other 5 that you'll see in some of these photos are, that's Lily there. We have Hobie, Ninja, Stormy, and Maverick as well. Those are all of my cats. National Pet Day is actually dedicated to pets who may not be getting the attention and companionship they deserve. Orphaned pets, whether their owners have passed away or are ill. So take a moment and look for a chance to help out an orphaned pet. Maybe adopt one, Paul, someday.
Yeah, if a pet's waiting for me to adopt him, he'll be just like Oliver Twist. Money for the beggar. No, I'm not doing it. I'm pro-dog, okay? I'm not anti-cat necessarily. Robert Mitchell, that's my dog. He's winning, actually, the Paul Davis Umbrella Giveaway. Now, the 5-day UV index, well, listen, we're about to have a straight set of 7s across. It's going to be at a 6 to 7 level. That's why, by the way, sponsored by Ocean City. Now, that's just wrong. I'm just going to skip by that. We're going to act like that didn't happen. Close your eyes. Okay, now open them again. Here we go. So live radar, we see scattered showers pushing across. We're looking for possibility of some flooding connected to the high tides. And then we're watching out for stormy weather. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast. Big time wind on Friday, but especially on Saturday. No cats allowed.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for joining us for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. We'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.